Welcome back, guys. We are going to be talking about another series today. So today we are going to be talking about, if you guys have not seen it, I highly recommend it. First off, the Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix. So I want to go ahead and say this now. If you guys obviously are an anime fan, definitely check this out. If you guys like anything in like feudal Japan, definitely check this out. I will say this, if you are this is a very adult rated anime. I will say that. It's very adult rated. So I highly recommend that you guys watch this. Obviously, if you're old enough and you can handle it. This, I will say, is a very unique story. So the entire story is wrapped around the character Mizu. Now, again, Mizu is a. I'm just going to say this because I know that they try to get a lot of this historically correct with it is about a female upcoming samurai that tries to hide herself as not only a man but also hides her eyes because she has blue eyes because unfortunately her mother was taken by a white man in Japan, and I'm just going to say things occurred and she was the result. It was against her mother's will and things again occurred. So she was the result. She does not know who her actual father is. She's apparently already killed one guy that possibly can be her father. She's got 3 more. So in the entirety of the series, she's trying to go after one particular character. Now, the one she goes after is apparently from Ireland, but he has been in hiding this whole time by the Shogun. Now, Mizu, you going through her life, she was picked on a lot as a child. She lost her mother in a parent of fire. But when you go further into her background through the entirety of this season 1 or series or however you want to describe it, she gets somewhat adopted by this sword master, and he's like one of the best sword masters in the art. And he slowly shows her the art of how to make a sword, and then she watches other samurai train, and that's how she got to be not only an amazing swordsman but also very skilled. Now, when it goes into the past, we see how she learned more and more how to be a sword maker and a swordsman, and then also how she finally was ready to leave after gaining, learning her skills, but then she almost didn't survive, and she finds her mother again. She's supposedly alive, and she wants to have her with an arranged marriage. Now, she does have arranged marriage with someone, and the guy don't really care. He just wants to live on the land and provide whatever to the shogun so he can regain whatever honor he has left. And they do fall for each other at one point, but then he slowly realizes that she has a very animalistic side to everything that has happened to her, and she does get betrayed by not only him but by her mother as well, and she ends up letting them kill each other off, but she kills her newly husband anyway, and then she goes on this journey and still hides her true identity from everyone while trying to go after her possibly surrogate father. Now, she does come across a unwilling participant that wants to follow her around by the name of Ringo, who wants to be her apprentice. And we also see another character by the name of Akemi, who's actually played by Brenda Song. This was actually what really got me here, guys. Akemi was a very interesting character. She was kind of like a bratty princess, and one always wanted to get her way. She wanted to give this one particular samurai named Taigen, who was actually the one that was harassing Mizu when she was so young. And that's one of the reasons why that Mizu, when she does come in contact with him again, she realizes who it is, and she embarrasses him in front of his entire dojo class, and then he goes on his path of revenge, but then slowly gathers this not just respect but almost like friendship / rivalry with Mizu, but does not realize that he is actually a she. Now, Akemi, she goes through a lot of hardships due to her being a very bright princess and wanting to get her way. I would say her caretaker, who's portrayed by, of course, George Takei, a very legendary, or George Takei, very legendary actor. He kind of is like the surrogate father that she really deserves rather than her own father. Her own father is very money greedy and power hungry. And when she finally understands what happens with her life and she's about ready to be married off to the shogun's son unwillingly, she does it. But then at the very end of the series, it's like she's still wanting to do that because she wants that power. She got a taste of it. Now she wants it. Because at first she did not want it. Now she does. Taigen may be along with it, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Now Mizu goes through a lot of hardships in this. We see her not only getting destroyed in every turn, and I will say this, guys. Yes, was it based on a female character? Yes, but I liked this character. She was not a Mary Sue. She wasn't invincible. She wasn't perfect. She had hardships, and that's what makes it a good story. Is you saw her got hurt. You saw the trials and tribulations she went. She lost her mother. She got criticized by the way, technically being a half-breed, half white, half Japanese. She did not want that, and that was against the law in Japan at that time. There was not supposed to be no white men in Japan. And the one that was apparently what she thought was her father was trying to take over the shogun's position so he would be in control. And she has to stop it. And there's a lot of, I would say, not only thriller, action, adventure, just everything about this series in an anime that I think a lot of people would enjoy. And especially if you like a lot of stuff that has to do with Japan or the history of Japan or that type of era, then I think you will definitely enjoy this series. I do. I want to see another season of this. The way they ended it off was kind of interesting due to the fact of after Mizu finally goes up against what she may think is one of her surrogate fathers, he actually tells her that her mother is still alive, that the woman that raised her was actually her handmaiden, and at the same time that he is nowhere near as bad as the other two that she needs to hunt, and they're in England, and they leave off with her on a boat with him in the quarters being or in holding while going to England. Now what gets me is I get this on one certain degree, and the other one I'm like, why didn't you just kill him off? At one point I do understand the reason why she did not kill him off is because obviously she's going to another country, she wants to learn about their ways, she doesn't want to be in the same way, and also she needs to know more information about him. Now, the other hand is, again, he's going to use her. He may try to fight her off again. He may try to run. He may try to kill her. There's going to be a lot of what ifs in this scenario, right? Now, I'm looking forward to if there's going to be another season. I would like to know if there's another season. I came across this by accident. I was shown this. I was like, okay. And I started watching it, and a lot of the action scenes was very good. It's very bloody. It's very artistic with a lot of the movesets, not only from a ninja standpoint, but from a samurai standpoint to a martial artist standpoint. I truly enjoyed this series, not just from the techniques, a lot of I would say from not only mental training, but from physical training. I loved it. There was a lot of aspects about this show I liked. I liked the art style. Again, there was some of it that I thought the art style could be a little bit better in anime form, but overall, I think it was a very beautifully done show. I think the story was done very beautifully. I think in each episode you saw each character growing in their own way, how Ringo was slowly realizing he did not need Mizu to become his own to be great. Same thing with Taigen, going from being a real dickhead to being sort of a likable character, of how he went from greatness to nothing and now realizing he doesn't need greatness to be something great. And then Akemi going from, oh, she doesn't need this, but then as soon as she got a taste of that power and being treated like an instrument, she wants to be the one to hold the cards at the end. So I think it's a good show. What do you guys think about it? Did you guys ever watch Blue Eye Samurai? I definitely recommend it. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you as always on the next one.